Hi there YouTube, this is the Magnus bringing you another Total War Warhammer online ladder battle. And of course, once again, I'm playing the Warriors of Chaos, this time against the Beastmen. Brought a Chaos Lord, Chaos Sorcerer of Shadows, a couple Aspiring Champions, 3 Forsaken, 2 Chaos Warriors with great weapons, and 2 Dragon Ogre Shaggoths. My opponent on each flank has 2 Ungor Spearmen Herd and an Ungor Raider. And then in the center, we have 4 of the Gore Herd with shields, 3 of the best Gore Herd, more Gore, and 2 of the Gore Bulls. Now I'm going to go ahead and move forward with everything. So I've got my infantry line and monster line, everything advancing. And then I'm setting my flying units up ahead to scout because, as you can see, some of these units I wasn't able to see, I am able to now. And I knew he would be hiding things in the forest because I could only see so many units, and I knew it wasn't a full spend. Once he's found out here, he starts moving up as well, no longer hiding in the trees. So I'm going to look for a target of opportunity to do a little damage or harass with my flying squad while I try to get the best matchups possible across the front line. Now, definitely enjoying being back. I hope you guys are enjoying having me back. I'm going to do a little harass on these Ungor Spearmen Herd. And they are anti-large, but they're so weak, they're not really going to hurt these guys much. So I figured, what the heck. And it has the desired effect. He pulls other units over because obviously they're not going to be able to handle this. And I go ahead and pull the flying squad out. Probably not worth it. I wish I would have waited just a little bit longer, because if I would have, these guys would still be stuck over there when my main line hit. But they're going to be able to get back for the most part here. Although it looks like they get a little cross-eyed there. So in come the big boys. They're going to start sending Gore Herd flying, and then I'm going to immediately pull them over to start working on the Gore Bull here. I wasn't sure how Dragon Ogre Shaggoth does against a Gore Bull, but they get off to a great start. They're putting a herd on them, so that's good. We have 2, they're large and anti-large, and so are the Shaggoths, so going to be an interesting mix-up there. I throw down a pit of shades. I thought I would catch a lot more of the best Gore and maybe even tie up more Gore, but it didn't quite work out how I'd hoped it would. On the left flank, my Forsaken here are in a little bit of trouble. They're doing fine, beating the crap out of these Spearmen. I mean, they just murder them left and right. But the archers are having an effect. On the other flank, I have 2 Forsaken working here, or a Forsaken, I'm sorry, and 1 Aspiring Champion. The Aspiring Champions, they're not big damage dealers. You're not going to be like, wow, they got a ton of kills. But they can hang out a long time, and of course they help your other units hang in there with leadership, especially when you have a flying squad and you spread out wide. Speaking of that, I have the Dragon and both my leadership squad over here. I just work on the Ungor Raiders a little bit to give some relief to these Forsaken, and I'm going to go ahead and pull the other Forsaken over, so I'm going to send these guys back into the middle. Now, we've taken down a Gore Bull, but as you can see, the damage that's been done to my Dragon Ogres is pretty severe, and we still have a Gore Bull to work down, so I bring in the big boys to help them out, hoping we can keep knocking that Gore Bull over and give ourselves an advantage. And here we've got spears up against Chaos Warriors with great weapons. They're not going to last too long against Chaos Warriors. They're just completely outclassed, but they're doing what they're supposed to do, which is slowing me down. Another pit of shades goes down, just going to decimate the Ungor Spearmen Herd. They stand no chance, and look what it does to the Vestigores. They take a terrible pounding as well, and while they're trapped in that, they can't swing, then they get knocked down, so it's very disruptive on top of the damage and the kills that you're going to get from it. So it's a spell I like a good bit, and the effect is really neat too. Gore Bull over here, seeing better days. Looks like he's getting beat up pretty good. I'm down a Shaggoth, but I still have 1. And we want to get rid of this Gore Bull, pulling over more units. His left flank is all dead. You can see they're dead, and the looks like my boys over here, the Forsaken, are taking a break after 214 kills. But I will pull them over shortly and get them back in the fight. These Forsaken had chased some people off. They're coming back in. Over here, Gore Bull is down, so now we're just working on more Gore. and hoping to do some damage to him. I had to pull out my leadership crew because my Chaos Lord was hurting, and I just noticed it on the bottom of my screen, so I used the hotkey, which is these two together, because I didn't need to pull out the Chaos Sorcerer, but he got pulled out with him. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. These Chaos Spawn are just about dead. They did quite a bit of damage, so I'll be glad to see them go. Now I'm tag teaming Morgor here, and he's going to pull his infantry over to try and save him and get in the battle. And I'm going to see that as a, there's a choke point here, and I'm going to put down another Pit of Shades. You're going to see his Bestigors just miss it, and it looks like he moved his men, like gave them a, see, notice how they go around instead of going straight across. So if he did in fact do that, great move by my opponent to avoid that Pit of Shades. But as you see, balance bar heavily in my favor. He doesn't really have anything left to fight with but Morgor, and he's going to get beat on pretty horribly right now with just a huge mob going at him. He still has this Ungor Raider. I'm going to send in the Shaggoth, and one swing, and boom, surrender. So that's the end of it. As always, good game to my opponent. I definitely enjoyed it, and it was an interesting fight for me to have, so I always appreciate that. So let's take a look at the tail of the tape. The Chaos Lord, 22 kills. I'd like to see that be better, but I did use him mainly for helping out with leaders. 81 kills for the Chaos Sorcerer Shadows. That's quite good. I'm pleased with that. Aspiring Champions did fine. Forsaken, murder spree on his spearmen. Ungor spearmen are pretty weak, and these guys will tear them a new one, and they did. Pleased with the Chaos Warriors, especially this one, and they did a great job at hanging in with Bestigors. And the Dragon Ogre Shaggoths, they took care of the two Gorbals, kept them from getting any kills, so I call that a success. Morgor, not exactly known for his kills, didn't get many, though his Chaos Spawns I think undoubtedly did. Ungor Spearmen, not many kills, don't expect it. Goreherd did not very good. The Bestigor did okay. The Ungor Raiders didn't get a lot of kills. They're pretty decent against Forsaken, but everything else in this army, they're just not going to have much success. They just don't have enough punch, and yeah, so that did not work out too well for him. So another Warriors of Chaos victory. Playing the underdogs is fun for me, so I hope it's fun for you to watch. If you did enjoy this and you would like to see more, please hit like, please hit subscribe. I appreciate the support from all you guys. And I want to say thank you to everybody who welcomed me back in the comments and stuff like that. It's really cool. I appreciate the support, and it's great to be talking to you guys again. So until the next time, this is the Magnus, and I'll see you on the ladder.